Right now, Pittsburgh's best sports show is about to begin. Call us or tweet us. We've got things to talk about on the Nightly Sports Call.
All right, Julie Grant, thanks so much. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Nightly Sports Call. And you can reach us here and air your opinions at 412-575-2600. What's the number? I forget all of a sudden.
575-2600.
We got too many numbers on my head, especially the radio numbers. They confuse me with this number. So that's the number to call, 412-575-2600. We're here with Gene Collier of the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, outstanding columnist, and we're here to take your calls and tweets and opinions for the next 30 minutes. Gene, we begin tonight with the Penguins in action at home, and they came away with a win. It's very similar to what happened last night, I thought, with the Steelers, in that they were sloppy at times. They were fundamentally not very solid at times, and yet it was an entertaining game and one they won very late in the contest. This one went to overtime. Sidney Crosby gets a deflected game winner. He's a master of that shot on the point shot by Chris Letang, puts it in. That's his 10th. He's been really, last three games, come to life offensively. And the Penguins win one, 5-4, and they had to come from behind to do it. Pretty good, exciting game at PPG.
We have the Flyers blowing a couple of leads late. Anytime the Penguins can beat the Flyers in Pittsburgh, Bob, that's a big deal. As you know, the arena is the house that Claude Giroux built. The Flyers have completely dominated the Penguins there for a long time, so it's good to see the Penguins get a win. However, here they are, 13-10-3. They've, won half the games, so they have a lot of problems and a long way to work through. Fortunately, there still are 3 years left in the hockey season.
And they do. They have a lot of issues with 5-on-5 still.
Right.
There are times and spurts in that game tonight, just like in Tampa, where they got outplayed. But they came on really strong in that third period. Whatever was said at work, they came out. They took the play to the Flyers, scored two quick goals on deflections. Actually, a little stuff in front by Patrick Hornquist, right in the blue paint, as he always seems to be there, causing problems with goaltenders. Early in the game, I thought Dave Haxtell, their head coach, blew a challenge. It was a kind of meaningless challenge. I don't even know what he was thinking to call goaltender interference on the one goal. It didn't merit that, and yet it was upheld, which meant they lost a timeout. And they could have used one later in this hockey game because they were really gassed on the ice, and the Penguins kept taking it to them. So they get the game-tying goal by Jake Gensel, who had two more. He's come to life, and then the overtime game winner by Sidney Crosby. Last night, of course, the Steelers won a game. They're 9-2. It's a bottom-line business, Gene, but the way they won it still makes people wonder, are they really worthy of a 9-2 record? The record says 9-2. What do you think?
Well, they're worthy of a 9-2 record if you forget about all the quarterbacks they've faced. They've really gotten a break on who they've been able to play against. Not Aaron Rodgers, not Andrew Luck, not even Jay Cutler, for example. So, yeah, I mean, 9-2 is 9-2. And, you don't have to split hairs in pro football. That's one of the things that makes it attractive. You don't have to examine anybody's strength of schedule. You don't have to worry about playing North Dakota State or whatever it is. These games are hard to win, and if you can win 9 of 11, I'll look around and see how many teams can do that. Nobody's done it better.
It's really amazing, and the bottom line is they're tied with New England for the best record. At times, they have flaws, and those flaws are big. The defensive breakdowns that we have seen in the secondary over the last 3 weeks, with touchdown passes of 60, 61, 75, 55, 54, and 39 in a 3-week span, Gene.
It's pretty good, Bob.
If you do that against New England, you're going to be in big trouble because Tom Brady will find those flaws. And it's really, to me, just breakdowns individually by guys in the secondary. You can't – Cody Sensabaugh knew what he was doing. He went for a fake and got twisted inside out. Artie Burns, in zone coverage, leaves his zone. You can't do that.
Yeah, Artie Burns, has a habit of making some mental mistakes back there. He gambles too, as did Cody, as in the play you mentioned. Artie and Sean Davis sometimes have trouble with fundamental tackling. So they've got issues, but a lot of teams do. Again, nobody's won more games than this team.
That's right, and we'll talk more about the Steelers. I'd like to get your input on that and some of the play we saw down the stretch by their defense, which was actually good and forced Green Bay into a field goal that they should not have kicked, and that was a turning point of this game as well. We'll also update an injury to the Penguins. Matt Murray was carried off the ice, basically. He helped out by two guys. He has an injury. We'll tell you what Mike Sullivan said after the game. about that injury. That's all coming up. So join us at 412-575-2600 right here on Pittsburgh CW. We'll be back right after this.